Hello everyone, Randy Fry, pastor at Gower Christian Church. It's 7 minutes with the Savior. The timer is running, just to keep me sort of honest. We heard a couple of measures of Come Thou Almighty King, which is kind of an Advent song played by Beth Jameson on our Gower Christian Church sanctuary organ. And yes, this Sunday marks the beginning of the church year, the first Sunday of Advent. It's always exciting. We had a bunch of people decorating the sanctuary last Sunday after worship. It was really exciting to see everybody who came for lunch and then stayed to help decorate the sanctuary. So we're getting into that festive Christmas mood here at Gower Christian. And we enter into a season of preparation for welcoming Jesus in Advent. But today I'm going to pick the low-hanging fruit. Thanksgiving is coming up Thursday. It's honestly might be my favorite holiday of the year. Just in terms of family time and theme and still managed to be less commercialized than a lot of other holidays that we have. So, and the Lord provides. So this morning, as part of my daily devotional time, prayer time, I was directed to Colossians chapter 1, and in it, at the beginning, Paul gives thanks. One of the features of Paul's letters is always thanksgiving for the congregations that he's writing to. That's the first thing that he does. He gives thanks for the fellowship of Christians he's writing to. He may have some issues with them. He may not be always happy with them, but he never neglects to give thanks for them, and that's a great model for us. I hope that you're connected somehow with the church body, if it's not Gower Christian, because I know we've got some folks watching who are members of other fellowships, which is fantastic. But I hope that you're connected to a fellowship of believers, and today would be a good day to just say thanks for them. They're not perfect, I'm sure. You may have issues with them, I'm sure, but don't neglect to give thanks for them, nevertheless. But here's what Paul writes in Colossians 1:11 and 12, as he is giving thanks for them. He says, "May you be made strong with all the strength that comes from his glorious power, and may you be prepared to endure everything with patience, while joyfully giving thanks to the Father, who has enabled you to share in the inheritance of the saints in the light." Yeah, there's lots to give thanks for. We give thanks that we are made strong by God's grace and by God's power. We give thanks that this life that we live as followers of Jesus does prepare us to endure with patience the things that we face. It's no secret that we're in unsettled times, and always it seems like we're never out of them. At least in the last decade or so, we're always in unsettled times, and that's kind of the brokenness of this world. There's chaos and imperfection and violence and sin. That's that's part of this visible world that we live in. And so there's always going to be things for us to endure. But thanks be to God that we have Jesus, who helps us learn how to navigate the unsettledness, the uncertainty, the distractions in a way that honors God. And yes, let's give thanks to God the Father, who made our salvation possible, who opened up a way for us to be part of His people, to be His children, to share in the inheritance of the saints of light, as Paul puts it. Lots to give thanks for, including family, friends, church, food on the table. But let's not neglect to be thankful to God for what God does for us and through us. Prayer concerns. We're praying for Larry White, who had surgery on Monday. Successfully so, very successfully so. And so let's continue to pray for his recuperation. We are remembering the family of Ryan Bassett. This is Kevin Barnett's nephew, and connected to a lot of folks in the Gower area. Ryan was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year and succumbed to cancer last week. So for the family of Ryan Bassett, our prayers for comfort and strength. Also praying for Kyle Archdeacon. I knew there was another name, recently diagnosed with cancer, also a prominent community member here in Gower, on the school board and in other ways. So please remember Kyle Archdeacon. All right, I'm going a little, there goes my timer. This weekend at Gower Christian, office is going to be closed, of course, Thursday and Friday for the holiday. There will be no Zoom Bible study tomorrow night. We're going to be focusing on getting ready for the holiday, and I hope everyone else, I'm sure everyone else is too, so no Bible study tomorrow night. Sunday morning, our regular activities with Sunday school at 9:15, coffee and fellowship before worship at 10:30, and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock, it's one of our favorite youth events. We're going shopping for Adopt-A-Family, so we're meeting at 5 for supper. Then we're heading into St. Joe to do shopping for Adopt-A-Families. We've got 5 kids that we're going to be shopping for, and so it's always one of our fun events. So I hope you can make it. That's for 3rd grade through high school. We're meeting at 5, special time, and we'll be done at 8, also a special time, not the usual time. 5 to 8 for youth group on Sunday. Well, thanks for watching. That does it for me for Tuesday. Until we meet again, I bid you peace.